I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Dalton's Bengals going up against Rodgers' Packers.
Larry, from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL, there's a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. First carry for the fullback, Aaron Ripkowski. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there. It'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
319! 319!
Throwing is Rodgers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Now that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. Now on to kick it away, the rookie from Miami, Justin Vogel. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Taken in at the 11. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bengals take possession. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now the rookie from Oklahoma, it's Joe Mixon. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Seven yards to go on second down. Throwing, Dalton. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A good pickup there, a 22. Unfortunately, Packers fans, they saw a lot of completions like that last year when they were number 31 in the league in passing defense. Now, I know injuries had something to do with that, but that's a ship they're looking to right.
They have to, because what they do so well on offense, in some ways they're wasting by allowing what they're allowing on defense. So now you change things up. Do you play a little more zone where in the past you might have played man-to-man? Do you back off of some of the schemes that you played before?
Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. This is taken at the 15. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I think many people thought Ty Montgomery would automatically go back to being a wide receiver this year, but it appears he's going to stay at running back. I know they drafted Jamal Williams from BYU, but Montgomery proving his worth.
And he proved it, proved it last year. 5.4 yards per carry, 4th best in the league. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And Nelson's got it here right side. The old connection, Rodgers to Nelson, getting Green Bay a 1st down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. For Jordy last year, tremendous. NFL's comeback player of the year, 97 catches, over 1,200 yards. and led the NFL 14 receiving touchdowns.
Well deserving to be the comeback player of the year, but I know these types of competitors, they don't like to be the ones to come back from anything. They just want to be consistent, and Jordy Nelson is definitely that.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
319!
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Trying to hit the tight end Bennett, but it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Dalton sets up play action. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 42 yards. Dalton operating in the red zone now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 10 yards still left on second down. To throw again. Dalton. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Second down, Dalton. That is caught at the 7. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Bullock out now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A reminder coming up in the Sunday night game, matchup you don't see very often, a rematch of Super Bowl 18. The Raiders traveling to Washington. And then tomorrow on Monday night, we'll see the Cowboys heading to the desert to take on the Cardinals.
Former NFC East rivals.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
All right.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dalton, he's going to rifle one deep left. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. First NFL pick for the rookie corner, Kevin King. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The 15 yards there on the catch and run. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Trying to hit the tight end Bennett, but it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Past the there he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
319.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And complete on the right side to Bennett. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pick up there of 20 yards. From midfield, here's Rodgers. This is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Lets it go for Nelson. Touchdown, Packers. Jordy Nelson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Returning it, John Ross. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. To throw on 2nd down, Dalton. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. 3rd down here.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Clay Matthews. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now the left-footed punter in his 9th year, Kevin Huber, on to kick. Trevor Davis deep for Green Bay. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Now the Packers get set to go. Rodgers now on 1st down. And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Get reset. Hey, easy. Over here.
Rodgers looking to throw on 2nd down. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he'll power his way up near the 25. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. Defense showing blitz. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Play action now, Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. The final act of the first half. Dalton steps away to his left. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Passing, it's Dalton. Flush to his right. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Another chance for Dalton. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right.
On second down, Montgomery. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Packers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Rodgers now. From the gun, he'll throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
319.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Check. Lucky.
Let's go. Check 9. 319.
Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. They get 25 yards out of that one. And the Packers are going to have a first down. Here's Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Here's Rodgers operating from the gun. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Nick Perry not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Looking to throw on second down. Dalton throwing the out route incomplete. It's Green. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. To the left side here for Eifert. Dalton to his big target, Eifert, for the Cincinnati first.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Watch right.
Now a play fake here on first down. On the move to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the former first-rounder, D. Milliner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Rodgers to throw on second down. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Caught by Nelson left side. Jordy Nelson all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Jordy Nelson, an even 90 yards. And the Packers get a score closer. So from back deep in their own territory, all the way into the end zone. You think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They'll run here with Mixon. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Green's got it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a first down and 5 for the offense. Dalton operating in the red zone now. Throw left side, complete to Ross. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays, back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
And the offense in a great spot. It's first and goal from the 3. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Eluding the pressure right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. You've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. And on 2nd and 10 now. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Back near the goal line. Here's Rodgers. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. First and 10 for Dalton. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Rodgers will try again on second down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to look deep down the field. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game. Now, that was a little bit longer distance than you would expect to see for a quarterback sneak. Normally, it's 4th and 1, 4th and inches. But when you get interior linemen trying to get upfield for a pass play, sometimes you can blow past them on the sneak, and it worked well for them.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On third down, they go Montgomery. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Rodgers now on first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And my goodness, another interception. Snags it for the pick. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Not running. Dalton wants to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Dalton, 1st and 10. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Nick Perry in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Hey, watch the left, watch the left.
2nd down, Dalton. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. The penalty flag had to come out.
In the red zone this time.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end, watch tight end. Key him.
Oh, passing it. Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5. That's a whale of a game.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Hey. Quick whip. Watch the whip. Hey, the mic. Hey, let's get them home.
2nd and 10. Dalton once more. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Dalton here from the gun. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. This will be Dalton again. Able to fight through 1 tackle. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.